Hello everyone and welcome back to Train to World 5. Today we are on Bahnstrecke Salzburg to Rosenheim, which we haven't played in a bit. And today we are in the Train Sim Germany Expert level BR101. Salzburg to Rosenheim is the only route which has scenarios for the BR101, for the Expert BR101. So you have to have this route before you can get the Expert one, and also Nahverker Dresden. Anyway, let's get started here. So, brake key unlocked and off. Direct brake to release. Reverse handle to forward. Open right hand doors. Make sure all those keys work. There we go. How long is the train? 260. So we put 9, 18, 2, 6, and 2, 0 into the computer and send that off to the computer system. And then we also want to go into here, turn the machine room lights on. There we go. Also want to check the circuit breaker bank just to make sure there's nothing that's closed. I think we're good. We also need to go over here and switch you on. Alright, we've also got the multiple unit protocol on because we do have the Intercity Sturwagen cab car on the other end, which is a much more of a pain to drive than this thing. Let's put it on headlights reduced, cab lights timetable, train lights on, and I think we are clear to go apart from the electric train supply, which I just turned on. If you don't turn the electric train supply on, your doors will refuse to close after a few stations. Disable fault simulation, because I don't like it. I don't want anything to go wrong today. Oh, I did not mean to hit the pause button. Right. So it looks as though we've got a 111 over there, a few Janos wagons, a few Sigmars container wagons. Yeah. This is actually the first route I got with the BR111. But the one that comes with Mittenwaldbahn is by far the best version. Oh, I forgot to turn AFB on. My bad. 50, there we go. And give it full power. Next stop, Prien GMC in 17 kilometers. Well, that's as the crow flies, of course. Alright, full power. Alright. I know this is actually the only service in the entire timetable which lets you take the 101 from Rosenheim to Salzburg. Everything else is from Salzburg to Rosenheim, with one exception going from Rosenheim to Freilassing. Don't know why Freilassing specifically, but there you go. Alright, we are clear up to 100, so set the AFB. One reason I find the Intercity Sturwagen much more of a pain in the rear end to drive is because it relies on a tap changer rather than a conventional throttle, and also does not have an AFB system. Alright, so I think I'll actually put it down to 80. Yeah, there's the warning sign. Fun fact, there are actually a couple of routes which will let you run freight with the Expert 101. Bremen to Oldenburg has a couple of manifest services, and then Tehran to Ramp Dresden to Chemnitz also has a couple. And on Tehran to Ramp, you can also use the Flix train BR193 Vectron for freight services, despite the fact Flix train doesn't operate any freight services in real life, which makes me think it must be a layering issue rather than a deliberate rather than a deliberate choice by the developers. Like, for example, you could use the Diesel Legends Class 52 if you have Cargo Lines Volume 1 and Volume 2 gameplay packs. You could use the TEA tankers and the aggregates wagons with the West Somerset Class 47s and the Diesel Legends Class 52, despite the fact, well, they're not supposed to have that. Oh, okay. Field of view is already set. So let's get this. Let's also do the depth of field. There we go. And let's also turn motion blur up. And take that. There we go. It is actually quite relaxing to have an AFB system, other than having to hit the CIFA pedal every so often. I don't think I've ever done a full run of Salzburg to Rosenheim on the channel before. I think when Trains 115 originally came out, I did a video from, what is it called? I think Freilassing? Yeah, Freilassing to Salzburg in the Trains of Germany BR628. Alright, here we go. Clear up to 140. Oh no. No! You silly... Quick release. That's the brake release bind. Okay. Why was it acknowledging the CIFA? Goodness sake. At least we didn't lose too much velocity. Come on, buddy. Cows. This is, Salzburg to Rosenheim is also one of the routes that comes with a dedicated 101 expert timetable, with all the other services for the other trains being copied and pasted from the normal timetable. I think the other routes that have that are Nahverker Dresden, the Kinzigtalbahn, and Bremen to Oldenburg, which have dedicated 101 timetables. If there are any others, please let me know, because I actually don't know. I haven't got all the German routes in this game, so please do let me know. I think 140 might be the top speed which we're allowed to get up to today, because Salzburg to Rosenheim is not exactly a fast route. There aren't even any LZB zones. After we get past Freilassing, we should start seeing OBB trains, but the OBB 1116 does layer in for passenger and freight services beyond that. We should start seeing OBB commuter services after Freilassing. Alright, we should start slowing down in a bit, because it does take a bit for the 101 to slow down using dynamic brakes only. There is also something I want to show you at Pre and Chimsey, which is quite interesting. There's the warning sign. You do have to start slowing down for the speed zone a bit before the sign, because the dynamic brakes are not exactly that powerful. Don't want to blind drivers. What's the difference? I think I'll put it to bright, since it is getting dark. Yeah, it's not blinding. Oh, there's... Oh my goodness, there's the lake off to our right. I think that's the Prienchemsi Lake. Yeah, you wouldn't really expect to find to Salzburg to Rosenheim to be the main route the 101 is for, because it's not exactly a fast route. Like, a lot of the time you're restricted to 110 or even 100. But then I suppose you don't see ice trains on this route, which might explain why. Yeah, we have to go down to 100 in a minute. What's this station here? Bad Endorf. I imagine that's a 101. Yeah, it is. Alright, we are clear back up to 110 in a minute. 6 kilometers to Prienchemsi. 185, I think. Ooh, we could go up to 130 in a minute. Nice. Alright, at 1 kilometer out, I'm going to cut the power. One thing I do like about Salzburg to Rosenheim is that all the stations are really nicely modelled. That's a train letting me know that I need to stop in the platform area. Open the doors when I stop in the platform area. Alright, we've arrived exactly on time. Okay, that's a tad of an overshoot. Nothing we can't handle. Come on. There we go. One thing, yeah, hear that? Yeah, this is the master reward for this route. It's a cute little narrow gauge German steam engine. Unfortunately, it doesn't drive around. It's just a static model, but it's a pretty nice static model. So, yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't drive around because, yeah, right over here, it just crashes straight into a building. Doors closing. Next stop, Traunstein, in 22 kilometers. Those first class compartments look pretty comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this has gotten far too bright. Let's turn down the brightness a bit, why don't we? Yeah, that's perfect brightness. Oh, I also forgot to mention, took me this long to mention that I'm running Freddy the Shepherd's Salzburg to Rosenheim route enhancement packs, which basically adds a ton of scenery and a few things that the developers missed. Yeah, probably should have mentioned that before, if I'm being honest. Right, no, brightness 3 and E. Enter. There we go. What a beautiful evening, I must say. Look at that sky, man. Forgot to increase my speed. Alright, so it's Traunstein, Freilassing, and Salzburg Hauptbahnhof. Speed limit increased to 140. Nice. Oh, hello. There's a freight train. I'm overtaking a freight train. I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know you could use this left line for traffic heading towards Salzburg. That's pretty cool. Didn't know you could do that. Look at us go. It's a 185. See you, chump. Ha 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 ha. Wonder. It's probably routed onto that track because it's late, and also because I'm probably one of the last intercity trains out at this time of one of the last passenger trains out at this time of night. That is so cool. I don't think I've ever done that before. Looks like our speed limit will decrease to 100 in a few minutes. Ugh. Yeah, it is properly getting dark now. Barely any residual light remaining. Good thing I increased the headlight. So yeah, this is what reduced headlights would look like right now. I'd rather have it. I'd rather be able to see where I was going. Has that freight train been? Okay, that freight train is. Yeah, he's still routed onto the left track for now. Okay. Speed limit's really decreasing. Ugh. looks as though our speed limit will be decreasing to 90 kilometers an hour. Oof. I left the brakes a bit too late. Oh, he's got a red signal. I'm guessing he'll be routed over onto my side in a couple of minutes. Yeah, it is getting like properly pitch black out here. And being restricted to 90 is just ugh. Ooh, that was a nice pantograph spark. Did you see that? That was pretty cool looking. It is getting like properly pitch black out. Can I see the stars? Yeah, I can. Looks as though a 60 limit is going to kick in a few, in a couple of kilometers. Alright, 2 minutes to do the 1.4 kilometers to Traunstein. Yeah, it's about half, almost exactly halfway along the road. Meters to go. It looks as though we do have a red signal after Traunstein. Okay, we do have the electric train supply online, which is good because, yeah. There's a station near here, which is only accessible if you have the 628 because you can go from here to here. Hoofschlag. Alright, shut down throttle. Hello, Traunstein. I do like doing these late night runs. I know they're not that good for viewing ability on YouTube, but being up and about with no one else, with no one else around, and going from station to station, it's pretty fun. Alright, 500 hertz. Lovely. Alright, we are arriving pretty much precisely on time. There we go. Right hand side doors unlocked. These intercity coaches that come with the Export 101. They're a rehash of the intercity coaches that came with the original 101, but they are a lot nicer. They have been given a considerable upgrade, like dynamic suspension, and just like generalized enhancements. Okay, so we're heading to Klagenfurt. There's not another train until 8:20 p.m. Oof. I do have to stay below 30 kilometers an hour, though. Until we can get out of here. Is there someone behind? Oh, no. Are you kidding me? That 185 I overtook earlier is about to overtake us. And he's restricted to 100. Are you kidding me? Yeah, look, there he comes. Look at him. Yeah, look at him. Look at that cheeky smirk that driver has on his face. Freilassing in 26 kilometers. Ugh. Alright, I am going to sneak up to the red light. It's risky, I know, but at least I can... Yeah. Oh, there's another train. Maybe it's an RE, so it's probably 111 with some Dostos. So where's Freilassing? Oh yeah, it's there, and then it's a short hop to Salzburg. Why are the brakes not working? can't believe that freighter was routed in front of us after we overtook him. Oh, hello. There's a Dosto cab car. And there's the 111. Oh, I did not mean to put the brakes into emergency. Alright, where's the HLL full button? Gotta press the brake overcharge button. I know we're clear to go, but I just have to recharge the brakes real quick. Day below 24. Come on, stop applying the brake. Alright, we're off. Alright, we are clear up to 60. We do have another red signal though, so I'm not going to put the AFB beyond 80, otherwise PZB might have something to say. Can't believe I got routed behind that freighter. As I thought. Just as a precaution, I'll start slowing down. It'll take me forever to get to Freilassing at this rate. Look at him, he's just crawling along at 90 kilometers an hour. Ridiculous, I call it. Oh, there we go. There's another 185 with a container train. How fast is that guy going in front of us? There he is. What speed is he going? 90. Guess I'll just have to be restricted to that speed for now. Ugh. At least we're moving. I just wasn't expecting traffic at 8 p.m. at night. Look at him, he's crawling along. Yeah, he's still only going 90. What? I really hope he gets shunted into a siding. Where is he? Yeah, look, there he is. Man, oh man, I wish we were in an LZB zone right now. That'd be awesome if we could be in an LZB zone right now. Just let the train do the driving for us, rather than having to manually control it. I think I'm going to be late, but hey, this is Deutsche Bahn. This train is operated by Deutsche Bahn, and Deutsche Bahn aren't known for being punctual. Okay, he's just passing through Tiesendorf at 90. He's supposed to be going 100, but he's doing 90. Can't believe he was routed past me. I'm now going to be late because of him. Incredible. Hope I'm not holding anyone up. No. Thankfully. Don't seem to be holding anyone up. Where's that freighter? There he is. Still only going at 90. Hopefully he won't get stopped in Freilassing and I can just open the taps and go for it. that freighter chappie. Still only 90 kilometers an hour. He's only a couple of kilometers out from Freilassing though, so Klagenfurt to München, EC 110. I think that's either a 101 or a Sturwagen cab car, and it's the expert version because we're in the expert timetable. One thing I do need to remember after Freilassing, around here, it's the border crossing between Austria and Germany. We're currently in Germany, and there's a neutral section. So I will need to turn the train back on. 8 kilometers. Once this guy gets through Freilassing, I'll open the taps and go for it. But until then, I think, yeah, we're just about to be late, and we've still got 8 kilometers to go. Yeah, he's just about to reach Freilassing and he's slowing down. He's slowing? Oh, he's got a signal though. It is, no, it's an OBB 1116 with OBB intercity coaches. Nice! You don't see those too often outside of the Semmeringbahn. I think this is the only other route where the 1116 and the OBB intercity coaches like layer into timetable mode. The OBB 1116 layers into freight services on a couple of other routes, but I've never seen it and its intercity coaches anywhere else. Why is he going only 36? For goodness sake. Oh. Why are you going so slowly? You're literally going into my platform, mate. And you're literally slowing down. For what reason? I have no idea. He's going through and he's speeding up. Right, let's give her some beans. Okay, we are clear through all the way to Freilassing. Finally, if he's I think he is a mixed container train. He might go into the Salzburg-Liefering container terminal. But if it goes beyond that, the speed limit does... Oh goodness, wrong button. The speed limit does decrease, so... Ah, you sneaky... No, come on. You... As if I didn't have enough issues. You... Ah. You... Ah.
Türfreigabe, 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 Zugbeeinflussung, Zugbeeinflussung, Störung, 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 Störung.
Come on, buddy, let's get moving.
Sifa.
I don't think it's worth it to... I could increase my speed to 60. I don't think it's worth it doing it to 90. Here's the museum. Oh, come on! This sort of crap really drives me up the wall. Recharge the brakes. Should have known that something like that would happen. As soon as I acknowledged it, it immediately applied emergency brakes. Like, come on, man. Oh man, I'm so late. This is bad. Won't get any on-time bonuses, that's for sure. Alright, is there anyone behind me? No. Oh, hello, there's a 103 over at the museum from Rheinstrecke. I love that. I like the maroon and cream livery, I must say, but I do think the blue and cream livery, which is also in use at the same time, does look better. Is that a 628 over there? Yes, it is. Hi, fella. I do love the DB Red 628, but I do like the mint version too. Alright, 600 meters to Freilassing. This is the last station before the border. I hope, but since it's the EU, there's no papers to check. I think the only route which has like a proper border crossing is the Mittenwaldbahn, and that's also between Austria and Germany, but before the EU. So the Schengen free travel zones. So they're yeah, you do have a longer wait at Mittenwald because they're actually checking because the border customs chappies have to actually check your papers. That's not simulated in game, but imagine in conductor mode if you could check people's border documents. And there is one of the worst trains in the game. It's the OBB 4024 Talent 1, and the reason I say that is because it has the sounds of a Talent 2. And the Talent 2 and Talent 1 sound nothing alike. Alright, 9 minutes late. That is ridiculous. But for DB, that's not... Come on. No! Don't! Come on. Yes, thank you. I need these accuracy bonuses. Oh, there's a 185 car train heading through. Noise. Well, it's actually a mixed train. Oh, I did not mean to put the emergency brakes on. That's my bad. Okay. After what seems like an eternity, welcome to Freilassing. Oh, why did my camera hit the invisible wall? We should have been at Salzburg by now. But no, because a stupid 185 got in the way. Let's shut you.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet.
Alright. Next final stop, Salzburg Hauptbahnhof in 5.5 kilometers. There's a plane about somewhere. Can't hear it though. Come on, move. We were supposed to be at Salzburg by now, come on. Come on, move. Move, please. If I use the sander, will that work? I'll hit the sander. We won't be able to get up to line speed before we hit the neutral section over the border crossing, which is annoying, but can't be helped. Why can't you move? Alright, AFB off. I know. Because I think the AFB is somehow overriding the power controls. If I just give it full juice, we should be able to start moving. There we go. Okay. Neat little trick there. If the 101 doesn't want to move while in AFB, just turn off the AFB. It'll work. Don't know why I was so reluctant to get moving in the first place, but there you go. Alright. Since we're moving, power cut, AFB on, and throttle back on. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Yes, there we go. For some reason we were getting wheel slip. Okay, I want to get up to as fast a speed as I should have left it in manual mode until after we were past the neutral zone. Can't see the sign yet though, which is good. Oh goodness. Why are we getting wheel slip? I'll hit the sander. Okay, neutral section. Alright, neutral section now. Shut the throttle off. And there we go. So power is off. Oh, there's a Dosto cab car. No, that's the wrong button. I need main circuit breaker. Circuit breaker, please. No, come on, don't. There's a one. It's a 111. No, don't stop. If you stop at a neutral, okay, phew. If we had stopped at a neutral section, we'd have been dumped for. Where's the electric train supply? There we go. Get the power online. There we go. Electric train supply is on. Oh, come on. Why now? At least we're out of the neutral section. Thank goodness. Come on, let's get moving. How hard could it be to do 5 kilometers train? Oh. I'll put it in manual mode. There we go. I'll put it in manual mode for now. Just give it the full welly. Come on. Thank you. We're on the move again. Man, sometimes the Expert 101 can be an absolute pain in the rear end to wrangle, but when it's not having to be wrangled, it is an absolutely excellent piece of kit. And oh, hello, it's a 628. Nice. Right, I want to try to get as close to 80 as possible and then turn the AFB back on. Goodness gracious, it's dark. There's the Salzburg cargo terminal, so I'm going to switch you off. AFB on. There we go. Now the train should hopefully, fingers crossed, drive itself. Speed increasing. This train, Salzburg this station here is used for, it looks as though it's under construction in this time period. I think it's used for the cargo terminal. Come on, buddy. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's their knockoff of IKEA. It's ideal. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Very funny, developers. What's that noise? I have no idea. I have no idea what it's trying to do. just want to get... I don't want to bug fix anything right now. I just want to get to Salzburg and shut this thing down and finish a recording. Come on, buddy. Don't stop.
Kühlfreigabe. 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 Sifa. Sifa.
Okay, we're crossing over the bridge. We're approaching Central Salzburg. Look at that bridge. Ooh, that's a nicely lit building. After much too long, we are finally arriving in Salzburg. We are 12 minutes late and we haven't even arrived at the station yet. I could have made it on time at that 105. Huh? Oh, you This is a family-friendly channel, but I almost swore at this thing. You... There we go. Alright, AFB off.
Zugbeeinflussung, 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 AFB, 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 Störung, 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 Störung.
I can bring her in manually. I don't care. I just want to get there as fast as possible. I'm probably going to score a less than platinum, but I couldn't care less. I just want to finish this. Oh goodness, 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 stop! There's Salzburg Hauptbahnhof, finally. That took far too long. Goodness gracious. Why am I losing speed so much? There it is, Salzburg Hauptbahnhof. One of the nicest stations in this game, I must say. The architecture is beautiful. Late Nighter to Klagenfurt is in, ladies and gents. No, it's gonna count. No. 120 meters. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh well.
Rechts 3 nach Wörgl Hauptbahnhof.
Yeah, those announcements are part of the enhancement pack.
Dieser Zug hält heute auch in Kitzbühel-Hanecker.
Alright. Just finish loading the passengers, mate. Must say, this station is absolutely gorgeous at night. Holy moly. Alright, locking doors.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet.
Platinum medal despite everything. So yeah, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.